On the morning Clara Whitman realized something was missing, she could not name it. It was not an object. Nothing obvious had vanished. Her apartment looked the same. Her phone still buzzed with notifications she barely read. The coffee tasted right, yet the feeling followed her through the day, a thin absence that brushed her thoughts and slipped away before she could catch it. Clara lived alone in a quiet Oregon town where people waved without stopping and memories had room to stretch. She worked at the public library, second floor, fiction aisle. Her job suited her. Stories stayed where you left them. They did not drift. That afternoon, while shelving returns, she noticed a woman watching her from the end of the row. The woman smiled in a way that suggested familiarity, but Clara felt nothing stir in response. "Sorry," Clara said. "Do I know you?" The woman's smile faltered. "You used to," she said gently. Clara laughed, assuming it was a mistake. "I think you have me confused with someone else." The woman studied her face for a moment longer, then nodded as if confirming something private. She walked away without another word. Clara stood there unsettled, hands still resting on the spine of a paperback. The moment stayed with her long after closing time. That night, she dreamed of a house she had never seen before. It stood alone at the end of a narrow road, white paint peeling, porch light glowing, though no one waited inside. The dream felt unfinished, like a thought interrupted. She woke with the same quiet absence pressing against her chest. 3 days later, she found the house. It appeared on her walk home, where there had never been anything but trees. The road bent when she reached the edge of town, turning into a lane she did not remember choosing. The house waited at the end, patient, almost polite. The door opened before she knocked. "Good afternoon," he said. "What are you missing?" The question caught her off guard. "I do not know," she replied honestly. He nodded as if that was common. "That is how it usually starts." "I think I came to the wrong place," she said, already backing toward the door. "You are here because something was taken," he said calmly. "We can help you get it back." Clara frowned. "Who took it?" He did not answer that. Instead, he reached beneath the counter and set a small box in front of her. "This belongs to you," he said. She did not recognize the box. It was light, warm beneath her fingers when she touched it. "What is inside?" "That depends," he said. "Do you want it returned?" A sensible person would have left. Clara knew that. Yet the absence inside her seemed to lean toward the box, as if recognizing itself. "Yes," she said. The man opened the box. The room shifted. Suddenly, Clara was laughing. The sound surprised her with its fullness. She stood in a kitchen she knew by heart, sunlight slanting across a table cluttered with mugs. A woman leaned against the counter, older than Clara remembered her mother being, but smiling the same way. "You always forget to stir," the woman teased. The memory struck Clara with such force that her knees weakened. She gasped, clutching the counter. Then it was gone. She was back in the house, box closed, heart racing. "My mother," she whispered. "I forgot my mother." The man inclined his head. "You lost the memory of her voice. The shape of being loved by her, not the facts. Only the feeling." Tears blurred Clara's vision. "Why?" He met her eyes. "That is not part of the return." She wiped her face. "I want it back. All of it." "You have received what was taken," he said. "In exchange, something else must remain here." Her breath caught. "What?" "That will be clear after," he replied. The room felt heavier now. "I did not agree to a trade." "You entered the house," he said. "That is agreement enough." Clara hesitated. "What will you take?" He gestured toward her chest, "something you carry without noticing." The answer frightened her more than specifics would have. "I want to leave," she said. "You may," he replied. With what you came in with, the memory of her mother's voice still rang in her ears. Fragile, already fading. Clara closed her eyes. "Do it." The man nodded once. There was no pain, just a moment of disorientation, like stepping off a curb too quickly. When Clara left the house, the sky had darkened. She felt lighter, almost relieved. The absence was gone. At home, she called her sister for the first time in months. They talked late into the night. Clara cried without knowing exactly why and did not try to stop herself. Over the next week, small things surfaced. Songs she remembered singing in the car. The smell of cinnamon that reminded her of holidays she had not thought about in years. The return felt gentle, like a tide easing in. But something else had changed. At work, she noticed it first. A patron thanked her for helping locate a book. Clara smiled, polite, automatic. The warmth that should have followed did not arrive. She watched herself from a distance, answering questions, nodding at co-workers, performing concern without feeling it land. At night, she lay awake, searching her chest for the missing response. The house appeared again at the edge of town 3 days later. This time, she went directly to it. The man was waiting. "You took my empathy," she said, not angry, just certain. He did not deny it. "You offered it. I did not know that was the price. That is why this place exists," he said. "To collect what people underestimate." Clara's hands curled into fists. "I want it back." He looked at her with something close to regret. That would require another return. Her stomach tightened. "What would you take this time?" He did not answer immediately. "Something deeper," he said at last. Clara glanced at the shelves, at the countless boxes labeled with ordinary names. "Do people ever stop coming back?" she asked. "Yes," he said, "when they decide what they can live without." She thought of her mother's voice, of the quiet hollowness now where care used to bloom. "What happens if I do nothing?" she asked. "Then the balance holds," he replied. For now, Clara stepped back from the counter. At the door, she paused. "If I come back again," she said, "will I know what I am losing?" He met her gaze. "You will know more," he said. "That is never the same as knowing enough." Outside, the porch light flickered once, then steadied. Clara walked home slowly, unsure which part of herself was still intact, and which